Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I'm going to be using these lovely little embellishments, little dingly dangly embellishments me made this week, and they are lovely. So I thought I would make something with them, and I'm making some embellished envelopes, and these are just dangling off them, and I just think they are so pretty. This one's got a little pocket in it. I've done the same on here. So if you saw the video, I sort of like embedded these in to the piece of paper, little punch little holes out, and I've done the same on here, just again so they don't sort of like fall out or get knocked off, which is lovely. And I've made a little closure as well, which is the same. I haven't put anything inside it. I've just sort of like covered them with a little bit of music paper, but that's the closure, and it's really simple. It's just a little circle with one of the little gems in there, but I think they are so pretty. So this one I did with the beautiful Bouquets paper, so I thought I would use the paper to make the envelope, and then we've got the lovely little card inside as well, which I love. And this one here, to attach the little dingly dangly on this side, all as I've done, I popped a little piece of card on there, bent it over and popped an eyelet in through it, and then that clips the little lobster claw clasp embellishment on there. And then I've made like a little side bar thingy-majiggity across there, sort of like a little side belly band really, isn't it? And then the little card pops in there, lovely. And again on the back I've got a little round circle with the little gem inside, and these just sort of like pop in. So it's just a nice little simple way to close the envelope. So these are lovely, I'm loving them. So what I'm going to do, I've got a little piece here which is a sort of a scrap piece. I'm not quite sure what size this is actually. Let's just see. Okay, so it's 6 by 6 because you need a square to make an envelope, or that's 15 centimeters. I've got this one, and I'm also going to do a lovely blue one, so we'll do 2. So first of all, I have marked the middle because we need the middle of your square, and to do that you just go, I'll do it on this one actually because I haven't done this one yet. All as you do is go corner to corner. Now, am I in the right place? Yes, I am. Just to make sure. So you go corner to corner, get yourself a pencil, just draw a line. You won't see this line because it's going to be inside anyway. So you've probably seen I've got a couple of envelope videos out. So that's your middle. That's your middle you need. I've got ink all over my hands. Okay, so we'll start with the small one. Now, whichever sort of like, I've got like a little sort of like patterny bit at the top, so I'm going to use that as the top flap. So where your middle is, just fold in to the middle like that and fold that down like that. And then again with this side, I've got ink everywhere. Pop this one in, pop that like that. And then we will get, I need to go and wash my hands, really, get the ink off because I was having a nightmare with my ink pad. Okay, so then we want to fold this one up, just fold it up a little bit, like that, so you've got a little bit. So this is sort of like, not quite, you can have it sort of like as high up as you like, but just fold that up, make sure these are nice and scored nicely. And then what we want to do is just, actually I'll do the little pointy bit in the middle first. We want to just bend this over. It's going to go the other way, but we want to sort of line it up with either side so it's nice and straight like that. So take this, score that, fold that back over, and look, you've got it in line with that, lovely. And then what we want to do is just bend this over just a little bit. We don't want the point to go right to the bottom. We want the point, so we want a little embellishment on here, a little circle. So you don't want that too far down. And then just push that down, and then we can just score that. But again, you don't have to make your envelopes. If you've already got envelopes, you can just embellish those. So that's lovely. Look, this is a bit bitty. My cutter is the blade is a little bit blunt at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open it back up again. All my inky bits on there. Good job, it's on the inside. I'm going to take my scissors and this little corner bit, I'm just going to go around. Let's turn it around this way. Just so you've got that nice little shape in there. I'm going to do it to all four corners, like that. This one, and then this one. It's easier if you turn it over and come from the same side than trying to sort of like, you know, try and do it that way. It's really awkward. Okay, one more this side. Like that. Turn it over. And we'll do that. Okay, perfect. So that just folds in like that, and that folds like that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to glue this little piece down. The little flap, you can cut it off if you wanted to, but I'm just going to take that and just glue that down. Okay, now before I've got a piece of paper, but before I pop that in, I'm not going to cover all of it, just the sort of like halfway down and the flap. But before that, what I need to do on this one, I actually sewed that on before I stuck the paper on, and then you don't see the stitch marks inside. So it's a lot neater like that. So if you wanted to do that first before you stick your lining bit on, you can do that. So I did have a piece here somewhere. I've got my sort of like box of bits. Oh look, this will do. This little piece will do. Just the same. So I've just taken a piece like that and I folded it over. Let me just pop these bits over there like that. And then just close that up. I just popped it on there, and then I just sewed that on there like that. But what we need to do is find a little dingly dangly that will work on here. I think we might have to go for a smaller one like that, but I just think they look lovely dangling down, don't they? Little one there, little pink one. Well, it doesn't really matter, but the little ones fit really well. Now I'm going to take before I sew that on, I'm going to, this is just a little bit of sort of like calico fabric. Let me just measure. It's not very big. It's like an inch and just like 1.25 inches the other way. So I've just folded that up. And I'm going to put an eyelet in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my crocodile and here, make a little hole in there. Like that, not too far up because I want to sew it. Just sort of make a hole. Cut that little bit off. Where's my scissors? There's my little diddy scissors. Cut that little bit out. Which one shall we put in? What colour do we have? Brassy ones. I don't really have the brassy ones, but we'll pop a little. Oops. Running away from me. Little brown one here. Let's pop that in like that. Then I'm going to I think that's on the wrong one. Let's go that way. Pop that in and then just squeeze it down. There we go, perfect. And what I'm going to do, I don't have my machine on my desk, but I'm going to just go to the sewing machine, and then I'm just going to sew just along that little bit there, just so it sort of like flaps up. Now you don't have to sew it, you can glue it. So I'm just going to be 2 seconds. Okay, so there we go. Just a quick little sew along there. Let's just cut these little bits off. Pop that back that way. Chop those off. Lovely. It's a thread everywhere. Okay, let me put my ruler out of the way. So look, that looks really good, doesn't it? What should we have? Should we have the one with the little pink bit on? Just want to show you what it looks like. So this has just got a bowl pin in it. So look, that just dangles down, which looks lovely, doesn't it? Love it. So that will go on there. I'm going to take it off because we need to do the back first. Now I'm going to open this up, take all the little bits that I've cut off, and we're going to just stick this piece in there. So I'm going to do that just with a little bit of glue stick, like that, just around like that. I'm going to go just on the edge. Now you can sew around this if you want to as well, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to just glue it on. Just sort of like go halfway down. Make sure you've got enough glue on there. And I'm going to just take, it doesn't have to be music paper, it can be whatever you like. It can be a little bit of sort of pattern paper if you wanted to. But just make sure that you're at the edge there. Fold this down. Not fold it down, but make sure we are stuck down nicely. Like that in there. Perfect. And what I'm going to do is just fold this bit back. Is that in there? That's a bit, it's okay, isn't it? And we will just tear that little bit down, and that fits in there perfect. Okay, so then what we want to do is just take our scissors, bend that up out of the way, just chop this off, nice and simple. Whoops. Yeah, so use book paper, you can use anything, or you don't have to do this. I'm only doing it because I didn't print on the back and I didn't want the white showing through. Now I'm going to just take the pointy bit of the flap and just give it a little round like that. Now inking, let's just ink. There we go. Just a little bit of ink round to the edges, like that. Don't need those bits, we can just do this bit and these bits, just the bits that we're going to see, like that. Perfect. Fold those in, fold those in, fold that down, and then I'm just going to go around the outside. Now again, if you wanted to sew anything else on there, do it before you pop the little lining piece on. So there we go. Perfect. Lovely. Right, shall we just stick this down? Okay, let's just get some glue. So you can see, as long as this piece goes lower than your flap, it's fine. So let's just pop a little bit of glue along this bit, a little bit along this bit, and then this edge, like that. Just a little bit of tacky glue in there, and then we will fold that over. Make sure that's stuck down nicely in there. Lovely. And that just folds down. Okay, perfect. Shall we pop a little pocket thingy-majiggy on here? Okay, now I did just sew around these onto a piece of tea stain paper. So shall we just, let me just cut that out, just so it's backed with a little bit of tea stain paper, but I think this might be a little bit too big for this one, unless I pop it in a little side pocket, but I think this is going to be a bit big. We shall see, because this is only a small little envelope. I do believe, but I think, I don't know, it doesn't matter that it pops out the top, does it? Because it doesn't interfere with the flap at all. So if we have our little dingly dangly, which one were we going to use? Doesn't really matter, does it? Actually, this is quite pretty, isn't it? This has got like a purpley flower in, and these have got like little purpley beads on. So, oops, let's make sure we pop it through the little eyelet. Now you don't have to have an eyelet. If you've got like a little ball pin, you can just attach it to the fabric. You don't have to have, you know, the ball pin, but I just think it just adds another little sort of element to your envelope, doesn't it? Right, how should we do that? Shall we do another little side one like this, because that's quite pretty, isn't it? Now, do I have a little bit of this? I've got a bigger bit of that. I'm sure I had a smaller piece. Here we go. So all as I did, I could do with just making it a bit smaller. Let me just take this out. Now I do need to try and get a new smaller little guillotine, but they didn't have them on Amazon. They had all sold out. So I just got a piece. What do you reckon that is? An inch? Do you think that's about an inch? Oh, look at that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. And then all I'm going to do, take my bits of fluff off everywhere. I'm going to, let's take this out. Put that across like that. I don't want it to go right to the top. I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut the bottom piece first. Oops. Bit of paper off. Just snip that without cutting the bottom of your envelope. Then I'm going to just ink this like that. Just a little bit of ink either side. Oh, shall I put something underneath this and put some little gems on this one? So that will go like that. Let's go further in, like that. Shall I put something under this? Shall I make some holes and I could put that underneath, couldn't I? Right, so I'm going to cut this first. Like, where should we have it? So that's like that. I'm going to turn that over, just so we know where to punch the holes. And then this little tag can just slip in there like that. Perfect. Right, take a pencil. Should we just have, should I just put sort of like 3 here? I'm going to mark them just so they are in line. Where's my little doodah? Here we go. Little hole punch. Just punch those out. Like that. Perfect. I take a little strip of this. Doesn't need to be that big. And then I'm going to just stick that underneath, just so it holds it. And then when you put your little gems inside, it just stops them from like falling out, if you know what I mean. Let's do the scissors. Let's just chop this little bit off. Here we go. Lovely. Right, let's pop a little bit of glue on this piece, I think, like that. Glue that on. Doesn't matter if the glue comes through the holes, because we want to stick some gems through there anyway. That goes on and just lines up like that. Perfect. Lovely. Oh gosh, I'm just covered in ink today. Right, so this will sit on there. I'm going to glue the bottom piece first, just to make sure I get that in the right place. Like that. Perfect. Down a little bit. There we are. Let's just ink that. Pop a little bit of glue just down there. And then glue that on. Lovely. Glue everywhere. Perfect. So that just sits in there, and I like it the way that this sort of like little bit comes through there like that. I think that looks really nice, doesn't it? So let's get some gems. So these are little clear ones. So let's take some little clear ones. Where's my opening gone? There it is. I think it's this size. And you want 3 of them. Let's pop a little bit of glue inside here. Oh, I could put one of my little words on there. Oh look, that looks like it's got wet. Oh God, I've made such a mess today. We'll have to cover that up. What did I get? Glue or something on there? Wet. Oh, never mind. We can fix it. We shall fix it. I think this is getting a bit sticky because it's very, very hot in here at the moment. Okay, let's just turn you over. Pop that on. Lovely. Messy, messy go today. Right, that's our little doodah. We need to do the little circle on there. But can you see, look, I must have got that wet. I didn't notice that before. I've got, maybe when I went round it with the sewing machine, because I've got my water, my bottle of water over there. So maybe that's probably it. Let's put that back out of the way. So what are we going to do to hide that? That's our little things that we need there. Let's have a little word. What did we have on this one? I've put memories on this one, and then I've put happiness on that one. So let's have a look. I've got beautiful, limitless. What have we got? Kindness, precious knowledge. Actually, maybe I could get a bigger one. I've got something that will cover up Christmassy ones. We don't quite want Christmassy ones yet, do we? I don't think I've got any. These are my little ones. What's these? I don't think that's going to quite cover it up. What I think I might do, I'm going to put beautiful on there, but I'm going to get a little bit of fabric and cover our little mess up. Well, not our mess, my mess. What should we pop on there? We got anything in here? Little bit of lace. I think a little bit of lace. That would look quite nice, won't it? Oops. What do you think? Do you think that will sort of cover it up, won't it? I should have sewn it on. Well, not that I knew it was going to be a mess. That's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just glue it. Let's just glue it down. Messy the girl today. Let's just take a little bit of this. It's always a way of fixing it though. A little bit of glue on there. Pop that on. Stick that down, and let's just trim that off. Perfect, that works lovely. Let's pop that back. Oops, gluey. There we are. A little bit of ink just around the edge. I'm just going to stick this down. Oopsie daisy. Lovely. Where should we do it? Should we just put it right in the middle? There we go. There we go. We fixed it. We fixed it. It's bits of fluff everywhere. That can slide in there. Like that. Oh, don't get the lace in the way. There we are. Look at that. That's really pretty. Right, now we need to make a little circly doodah thing. Let's pop that on there. Let's take this off. I don't think I've got enough room on here. Where's my punch gone? Oh, here it is. Right out of the way. That's got a split in it, so I don't think that's going to work. I need 2. Pop that one. And this one, just so it's a little bit thicker. Oh, I didn't do my hole in here, did I? Never mind. Let's see if I can get in the middle. oh, that's not bad. That's pretty good. So ink around the edge, give it a little bit of grunge, like that. And then I'm going to just stick this on. Just a little bit of glue round to the outside. Perfect. Gosh, there's no noise outside again. We've got gardeners out there, and we've got the Chicago beetles going. So it's a right summer's day out there. It is just a roaster. It's a roaster. So, but we're going to go and have lunch in the garden in a minute, which will be lovely. So I'm going to take this around, and we've got all bits of pieces everywhere. Probably should have done this first. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop that on there, just glue the bottom, so this is your little closure, and you can just flip that in. So it's really quite simple. But all I'm going to do is just glue, oopsie daisy, if I can hold the glue bottle, just pop a little bit of glue around there, pop that on like that. I'm so messy today. Pop that on. Can you see? Make sure you don't get glue on your little flap like that, and that will just stay in. Let's hold that down. Let's take a little bit of glue because we want a little bit of bling in there, don't we? Pop that. Let's get one of these little ones. I think I've got two. Don't need two. Just have this little bit of glue, but the glue dries clear, so that's fine. We won't see that. So love it. Make sure it doesn't come out. So look at that. I love these little dingly danglies. Which way does that hole go? Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love it. So we've got a lovely little journal card on the outside. We've got our little closure there. Gotta be careful it sticks down properly. And then we've got a beautiful little envelope. Love it. Shall I make a bigger one? Shall we make another one? So now I've got three. I think actually, oopsie daisy, I think this is an 8 by 8. I think that's a 7. What did I say this was? 6? Yeah, it must be. Oh look, that's like a little bundle. Oh, I do like those. I'm going to make a bigger one though. Right, let's just clear this a bit of mess up. I do make a big mess, don't I? Right, let's have a look. What did I do with that blue piece? Look at that. That's beautiful. I love these papers. They're just so pretty. So what we've done, we've got the centerpiece. So which do we want at the top? Probably that one, don't we? So just go into the middle. Now, if you've not made envelopes before, you can pop either side right into the middle. But if you wanted a little bit longer, you can go out a little bit, which I think I might actually do, just so it's a little bit of a different size to the other ones. Like that. So as long as it's sort of like roughly there, do you think? It'll be okay. Like that. And then this is the bottom. So this could go up, and again you can either have it up quite high so it's thinner, or you can have it, I want to make it a little bit bigger actually than this one. And what do you reckon? It's a tiny little bit wider. I don't think it's going to be too much taller. I can go right down like that, I think. Like that. Sort of like that. There you go. But these are great if you have like leftover bits of your journal papers that you've sort of been making journals with. Oh, my battery just went. My phone camera just went off, I mean. This is a great way for using up little bits of paper, isn't it? Because you can make, I made the little tiny little envelopes. But if I remember, I will pop the link down. Look at that. Love it. Fabulous. So let's just turn that over just so it's quite high up, like that. I think this one might be a bit bigger. There we go. Who was it? This one, wasn't it? Look at that, just slightly bigger. So that means that they will go in a little bundle, won't they? That one will go on, and then that one will go on. Fabulous. Lovely. Okay, let's open this up like that, and then we will just cut the corners like this. I hope this isn't going to go blurry. I might be able to just use a tiny, so I'm going to just do that. Go that way. There we go. Perfect. So you could get all these little bits, you could get these all sort of like cut out, couldn't you, ready to sort of like put together as well. If you'd like to do your mass making, you can make lots of different size envelopes. Fabulous. So it goes this way. Let's glue this little flappy bit down here, like that. Turn that over, squash that down. There we go. Pop those in. Look at that, isn't that lovely? That comes down, so let's make a little circle on here. A circle, not a circle, a little corner punch. I think the corner punch just sort of like finishes that off lovely, doesn't it? Let's give it a little bit of a ink up. Oh, I mustn't forget to put something inside as well of these. So what can we put inside these? I think I will. So this is the beautiful Bouquets papers. So it means that you don't have to make a journal. If you don't want to make a journal, you don't have to. You can just use the papers to make other things with, which I think is a great idea. It just gets your imagination going, doesn't it? Because if you like to look at journals but you think it's too much to make one, make something else. Make some envelopes with the papers. So we just need to ink these top two pieces, don't we? So I was just thinking what I can make with the rest of the papers. Maybe a little sort of folder thing that we could put these in would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Maybe some writing papers. What do you think? Look at that, lovely. So what shall we pop on this one? This is the nice big one, isn't it? We've got these lovely circle ones, and I've got the beautiful butterfly one. I do like this one, but I also like that one. What should we go for? I think I'm going to use this one. I do like that, but I will make some more with these ones. I do love them. I like the little stamp on there as well. Okay, I'm going to use this one on here. How should we do this? Shall I pop it this side? Shall we pop that one this side? What do you think? Maybe we could do a little flippy over thingy like I did on the other one with a piece of card. Shall I do that to be a little bit different on this side? Make it a little bit, just a little bit wider. Let's just round the corners. Shall I round them all? Maybe this is going to be too, it might actually be too long, this one. Do you think? I might need to use a smaller one. We shall see. We can hang one of them off there anyway, can't we? It doesn't really matter. We will find one that will work. Let's just go around the edge. And then I'm just going to fold. How much? I don't want too much, do we? This might be a bit too long, actually. Might have made it a little bit too big. Let's do that. Fold that down. Let's ink that. Yeah, I don't think we need that big flap at the back, do we? Let's see. So we'll go this way. Actually, it might be quite nice to just cut it along there, mightn't it? What do you think? Maybe I will. Maybe I will stick it to that and then just stick that down. Yes, I quite like that. That will look nice. Let's just ink these little bits. I think this video is going to be a little bit longer than normal, isn't it? There we go. Let's pop that in there. Let's pop a little hole. Oops. Let's just ink this a little bit more. There we go. Okay, let's pop a little eyelet in here. I really need to invest in a few more eyelets, I think. Let's just go for this one. Sort of not quite black, but sort of gunmetal-y type, I think, in there. Let's do this. Squash that down. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So that will fold over, and then we will just hang that on there. So I'm going to glue this down. So we need some glue on here. Let me just mark it so I know where, as I'm just going to get covered in glue, aren't I? There. Open this up. So roughly we want to glue this, don't we? This bit here. Like that. Stick that on. Oh, look at that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. There we go. Where's my little... Stick that down. Could have actually put the... I didn't actually sew anything onto this one, so I could have put the inner bit on. Unless I sew something down this side, just for the sake of sewing. Oh, I like that. There we go. So that will dingle dangle off there, or one of them. This might actually work. I think that's perfect size. I think that's the perfect size. So I did put some lace on the other one. So what do you think? We could make a little lacy pocket, couldn't we? I think I could sew that on. But what could we have in it? Oh, I've got this one, didn't I? Did that one to go in. Let's have a look. Let's just chop this off. Tidy it up. Like this. Okay. Okay, stick all those bits out of the way. Ink it round because I didn't quite cut that properly. Perfect. Do you think that's going to get stuck in there? I don't think so, but I think we need to... I think I'm going to sew it though on there because I can. What do you think? I think I quite like that. And then this would dingly dangly off there. Or we could have it as a little, oh, I quite like that better. Do you like that better? It doesn't have to come across there. It could come, I'm going to cut this piece there. I'm going to go like a little pocket on the bottom. Like that. Like that, and then this little dingly dangly is not going to get in the way of our pocket, is it? I think that will look really nice. Decisions, yes, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to add a tiny bit of glue to this, a before I sew this on. Just tiny bit. Won't affect my needle. It's only, oops, barely on there. There we go. Leave that to dry for a second before I sew. Oh, I love it. Right, shall we pop a word on here while that's just having a little dry? Let's see what we got. What shall we have? Happiness and crafting. Think happy thoughts, one day at a time. Here we go, decisions, decisions. How big a word we can put on there, because we want to put it on this one, don't we? Oh my gosh, let's just put joyful. Let's just have this lovely little joyful, shall we? Perfect. Take my lid, pop those over there. A little bit of ink. I've got any on here, not a lot on here. Should we just put joyful on there? That's fabulous, because then that colour goes with that, doesn't it? Which is nice. Now, I wouldn't mind something just underneath that, just a little bit of this. Should we have a little bit of this? Just a little bit of, a little bit of fabric on there, I think. Let's take that off. Oops, come on, out you come. There we go. A little bit of fabric on there, which we can sort of like squash up just a little bit. Take our little word. Pop that on. Let's take that out of the way. Gosh. There we are. Oh, I didn't need to do it in there, did I? Love it. Love it. Right, so what I'm going to do, pop those there. Now they're ready. Let's pop these back in there. Tidy up a little bit. Now I'm going to open this up. I'm just going to pop to my sewing machine and just sew down there and along there. So I will be 2 seconds. Okay, so there we go. That's lovely. Get my little scissors. I do like to have a little bit of sewing on things that I make, because I think it just looks really, really pretty. I wonder if I could sew round here. What do you think? Might weaken it a little bit, I think, maybe. We'll see. I quite like that on the back like that. That looks really good, doesn't it? Another little element. So we need a little bit of paper. Going to take my book here, which I have got some of the papers in. Is that 2? You need 1. Was that 2? Yes, we just need the 1. And we need, how far does that come up? So this has got to come, oh, look at that. It's only just, I might have to sort of put a couple of pieces in there. A little bit bigger. What do you reckon? I'm going to have to collage this a little bit, I think. Let's go this way. Okay, I'm going to stick that down. Let's just get some glue. Oh gosh, look at that. Covered in glue. So I want it sort of quite far down, don't we? Quite far down there. Like that. Oops. Go over that little knobbly bit that's underneath. Okay. Let's pop this one on there. Just need to add just a little bit on that side. That's fine. Look, I've got a piece here that we can sort of like fit in there. Let's pop a little bit of more glue over this piece of paper. Which way? Should we go this way? Like that. Fabulous. Let's just fold that in. All right. Gosh, the beetles, the Chicago beetles are so noisy today. If you can hear them, I don't know whether you can hear them over this lawnmower going outside. Let's just trim these little bits off. Just go around. Oops. There we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. So make sure that's stuck. Look, it looks quite nice actually, doesn't it? Collaged like that. Let's just bring this piece in. So just trim this a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we can glue. Let's just glue this piece. A little bit down here. A little bit down on this one. And then the ends. Perfect. Oops, stand up. There we go. Gosh. All my bits and pieces on the desk everywhere. Look at that. Lovely. Papers, look at that. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? I think that is lovely. Right. Before I do anything and pop those bits on, I'm going to make our little closure. So let's just do the same as we did. Let's just punch out 2 of these. Oh, it's not with that one. We don't want that one, do we? There we go. Oh, I forgot to do the hole again. Silly Billy. Let's just see if I can get this in the middle again. Not that you have to, but I like the little gem in the middle. Let's have a little bit more ink. Oops, get it on there, do we? Okay, let's stick that on and then we can ink around the bottom piece, just around the edges. Okay, perfect. There we go. Lovely. Just squash that down. Then let's just ink around these little bits. There we are. Perfect. Oops. Okay. So that will go on there. I could probably do with I could do with a bigger punch actually. A bigger circle punch. Because the bigger one I've got the bigger one and got 3 different sizes. Can't remember what size the bigger one was. 1 3/4 inches. I could do with, like, I've got 3/4 of an inch and then it goes up to 1 3/4. I could do with sort of the in-betweeny ones. There we go. Then that just comes out and then that just slots in like that. Perfect. Shall we pop a little gem on here? Like that. It's a little bit too high up. It should be good. Should be good. Little bit of glue. Little gem. Oopsie daisy. Oh, I don't want those. They're too small. Oh gosh. It's a big mess. I think it's a bit of a clumsy day for me today. There we go. Oh, that's a diddy diddy. That's too small. Are they too small? There we go. That one will do if I can pick it up. Oops. Come on, flip over. There we go. lovely. Look at that. It just looks so cute, doesn't it? Now, don't fall out when I turn it over. This can go in our little pocket like that, and then this one can clip on to there. If we can clip it on, which way can I do it? Like that. Look at that. I think these are fab. I really, really love them. So I'm going to be careful that it doesn't fall out. Do I need to do anything with that? I quite like it actually. I think that looks okay as it is. I don't think we need anything on it. But I am loving these. So these are the other ones. So I now have 4 which go in a lovely little bundle that go down, don't they, in size. But they are fabulous. So that's a way, oops, I just pulled that out. That is a way of using little dangles in a different way. Which is quite nice, isn't it? So if you are somebody that loves to give happy mail, these are fabulous to send in the post, aren't they? Well, no, I don't mean send this in the post. Pop them in another envelope and send them in the post, but they are fab. Okie dokie, guys. Well, there we go. That is a little idea to use your dingly danglies that we made the other day, and I'm loving these envelopes. I think they are lovely. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.